Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Solomon Islands Prime Minister arrives. New Sky Pacific Limited commissions new tower. And book on PNG economic history launched.
A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malcolm Wyra. Thank you for joining us. BSP customers can now enjoy faster and more seamless deposit transactions with the rollout of BSP's new self-service deposit ATMs designed to provide greater convenience and reduce waiting time in branches.
The first deposit ATMs went live yesterday at BSP's Waigani Banking Centre in Port Moresby, marking the pilot phase of this new service. BSP Group General Manager for Retail Banking, Rones Dial, said the initiative is part of BSP's major upgrade to its ATM network, bringing state-of-the-art banking technology to PNG and across the Pacific. Mr. Dial said the bank will roll out 600 new ATMs across BSP Group, reaffirming its commitment to making banking more accessible. This service will save customers time and reduce queues at BSP branches. The rollout follows BSP's partnership with NCR Atleos Corporation, a global leader in self-serving financial solutions, signed in January this year. BSP Retail Head of Payments, William Koragai, said pilot sites in NCD include Waigani Banking Centre and Waterfront, with other branches to follow soon. These deposit ATMs will provide 24-hour access for customers to deposit directly into BSP accounts, helping to ease branch queues and giving customers more flexibility in how they can bank. Deposit ATMs will roll out across PNG in the coming months and later to the Pacific markets. Pakatambo National EMTV News.
Struggle, Reform, Boom and Bust, a book recounting the economic history of Papua New Guinea, was launched yesterday evening at the University of Papua New Guinea.
This book is written by 7 scholars comprising of both Australians and Papua New Guineans. It has taken about 5 years to complete this economic history of Papua New Guinea, since the last one was written in the early 200s.
So to the book itself, as I've just mentioned, we divided the post-independence period into 4. The 70s, 80s, the 90s, the noughties, 2000s, and the 2010s. Each period has 2 chapters devoted to it. The first of each pair looks at the period's growth record and macroeconomic policies. The second looks at structural policies and institutions of politics, and covers not only economic policies, but topics such as decentralisation, elections, law and order, and corruption. We took this chronological approach because it's the best way to tell the PNG story.
Dr. Stevens said the book is devoted to policies.
We cover a lot of ground. Chapter 11 addresses macroeconomic policy, the rise and fall of the Washington Consensus in PNG, the vexed issue of resource policy, downstream processing and import substitution, what we call the land stalemate, the informal sector, which in many ways has come to the rescue of the broader economy, and the unfortunate retreat from what had been an independence of strong, at least at the rhetorical level, strong commitment to equality, including gender equality.
The Treasury Minister said this book is a wake-up call for PNG.
PNG is currently in the longest sustained phase of improving living standards in our history. And I know some of you will sit there and say, we still have high unemployment, no jobs growth, we have revenue issues, but you know, our economy is measured by 19 sectors, our budget, and those complaints we hear often are part of one sector of our economy.
He said good long-lasting institutional partnerships are critical for building nation capacity. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
Just weeks away to the country's 50th anniversary, and as a gift to Papua New Guinea, the Ministry of Information and Communications Technology made an historic announcement.
The Acting Minister for Information and Communications Technology, Peter Chemalili Jr., made this announcement.
NICTA is releasing the spectrum space for 5G. So this country now will allow the telcos to bid on using the 5G space.
Minister Chemalili highlights the importance of 5G services.
But importantly, having 5G it is almost super quick, which means that now the challenge will be on our telcos to extend their footprint right across the country.
This release marks the first time in PNG's history. The minister says this milestone achievement will promote innovation and boost productivity by supporting digital services. Minister Chemalili reveals this challenge to telecommunication companies.
Challenge our telcos to improve currently where their spaces are and their services and their products. What is most exciting about this is the fact that our people now will be able to get faster internet service through the 5G spectrum.
The 5G spectrum space is now open for telecommunication companies to bid for it. Those that will provide the best service or product will go through the process and be announced later. The minister says 5G is planned to be initially rolled out in urban areas. This announcement follows the NICTA board's approval in July this year. Amanda Elaitia, National EMTV News.
Amstrad Space hosted the Climate Launchpad program pitching competition in Port Moresby today. The competition was based on green business ideas addressing climate change in the country.
eSpace has been running the Climate Launchpad program for 3 years. For this year, they hosted their first ever pitching competition, which was held in Port Moresby today. The teams who participated were added by their co-founders, who are from the 2 cohorts selected in May this year. The participants attended an intensive boot camp in June, a series of coaching sessions in July before competing. The winner from the competition will have the chance to earn one of 3 spots for the regional pitching competition in the upcoming Asia-Pacific region and a spot for a fully paid trip to Vienna, Austria in October. Climate Launchpad competition is the world's largest green business ideas competition, focused on identifying and supporting early-stage clean tech startups that address climate change. It provides a platform for innovators to develop their ideas into scalable businesses through training, mentorship and pitching opportunities. Who runs a private consultancy firm, pitched his business idea on digital preservation of cultural heritage and ecosystem of small islands through immersive metaverse technology.
This project will definitely have a net zero impact on the environment as carbon footprint is offset by purchasing carbon credits. When converting climate video data into a non-fungible token, the data centers and the computer service that powers the decentralized network on blockchain technology, especially the main chain Ethereum network, they used up a lot of energy, thus giving up a lot of carbon dioxide. So in this project, we are focused. We are focused on outsourcing that very same process onto an off-chain network built on Immutable X platform, which will basically do the same process.
Another participant, Barbara Isong, who owns an eco-gift shop, presented on eco-friendly merchandise moving into biosafe production.
Our products also tells a story, empowers community, and leave no trace in this planet. We distribute our products to corporate businesses, and also we retail our products to eco-conscious customers.
The winner of the competition will be announced soon. Pakatambo, National EMTV News.
You're with National EMTV News. More local stories when we come back. Stay with us.
Chicken kebasa din ha? Yum!
This stuff right?
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Does your yard look like this? Do you have a waste oil problem? With Dunlop Carbon Recycling, we have just the solution for you. Millions of liters of waste oil can now be recycled here in PNG. We are certified to receive your waste oil or other oily substance and have them recycled. So let us handle your waste oil problem and have your yard looking like this.
From the mountains to the seas to global markets, the National Fisheries Authority proudly celebrates 50 years of growth. We're advancing tuna domestication, aquaculture, coastal fisheries, and sustainable fisheries management. Through stakeholder consultations, policy reforms, and stronger surveillance, we're protecting PNG's marine wealth and shaping a sustainable future. National Fisheries Authority, sustaining our future, empowering our nation.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hot Talk Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. Solomon Islands Prime Minister Jeremiah Manale and his delegation arrived in Port Moresby today for a bilateral meeting.
Prime Minister Manale arrived at midday at the APEC terminal, then proceeded to the Government House on a courtesy call to the Governor General, Sir Bob Dadai. The bilateral meeting between Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands commenced this afternoon at the Melanesian House. The two prime ministers will take part in the inaugural One Sol Prime Minister's Charity Golf Challenge tomorrow before Prime Minister Manale departs Port Moresby for Brisbane, Australia. Amanda Ilaitia, National EMTV News.
New Sky Pacific Limited, in partnership with the China Railway Construction Engineering Group, signed a memorandum of understanding to build a $4 million air traffic control tower at Goroka in the Eastern Highlands province.
This new air traffic control tower will be a significant improvement to the much-needed services in the Highlands Flight Information Region. Civil Aviation Minister Wake Goi stressed that This project is of national importance, where it will strengthen aviation safety and connectivity in the country. Minister Goy said aviation is a lifeline for communities, businesses, national health, and unity, adding the project is part of the government's transport and infrastructure agenda. He further stated the new control tower will enable PNG to meet and maintain the IQ standards for air navigation safety.
Safety is, everyone, you want to be safe at home, you want to be safe anywhere you go, or anywhere you stay, you want to remain always safe. And we play this bigger role to keep you safe up in the sky, as well as on the runway, as well as wherever you go to land.
Meanwhile, New Sky Pacific Limited Managing Director Graham Blythe said the project will be delivered efficiently with the quality that is required.
The signing is just the beginning, and we have to go through the project processes, the delivery, the commissioning, the operational readiness. There's a long road ahead of us, and we have to approach that with discipline and accountability.
He further highlights on the processes after the MOU signing. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, Minister for Civil Aviation, Wake Goy, says the new air traffic control tower project that is yet to be built in Goroka will bring economic and social benefits to the region.
Minister Goy says such benefits emphasize the role of aviation infrastructure that unlocks economic potentials for the region. He elaborates that the project will support trade, tourism, agriculture, and education.
Note that safer, more reliable services also strengthen the emergency response and medevac capacity, saving the lives of many unfortunate or from the rural to urban. They find safety much easier, much faster.
He stressed on the government's plan to partner with the Asian Development Bank and other stakeholders to make safety a paramount importance and a success.
So we want to, make this as a partnership between the government and the ADB Cadet 2 program. And we want to partner with New Sky management and team with the government. And government and New Sky and ADB, we also want to partner with the local, the contractors, and the services users, so we can all work collectively to make our safety a paramount important and a success as we go into the future.
Adding to the economic benefits of the air traffic control tower was the managing director for New Sky Pacific Limited, Graham Blythe. Mr. Blythe said the project will not only benefit the aviation community, but also the communities around Goroka.
As I said, it will provide broader impact than just around will enhance the safety, will provide economic opportunities and stronger regional connectivity.
Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
Divine Word University celebrated its Alumni Foundation Day at the Medang campus today, honoring 2 distinguished graduates with the university's Alumni Award.
University President Professor Father Philip Gibbs said the event celebrated is to honor the founding vision of Divine Word University and the values of integrity, service, academic excellence, and respect. The day recalls the pioneering work of the Society of the Divine Word Missionaries and the Missionary Sister Servants of the Holy Spirit, whose commitment to work enables the university's growth. Alumni Day is marked to celebrate the legacy and strengthen ties with graduates who continue to carry the spirit of DW into their communities. Further gifts highlighted DW's progress into a national university, producing leaders who are confident, committed, and compassionate. He reminded everyone that each graduate carries the responsibility of upholding the mission and spirit of the university wherever life takes them. This year's Alumni of the Year Awards was given to two outstanding leaders from the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the NES Fund Market Report. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2404 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.3595, $0.3583 Australian dollars, 0.1918 euro, 33.97 Japanese yen. Looking at the commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading higher, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed lower, copper closed unchanged, palm oil closed unchanged, crude oil is trading higher, copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading higher, the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay tuned.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Get twice the data with Telecom. Enjoy bonus double data from Thursday to Saturday on selected plans. You get twice the data at the same price. For instance, for 5 kina, you get 6 gigabytes valid for 1 day. And that's more data for you to stream videos and play your online games. Drop into your nearest Telecom store or kiosk to top up and get your double data. Great value and PNG owned sure feels good.
Periods should never stop a girl or woman from her daily pursuits. Pure Day Sanitary Pad is designed to ensure total protection and comfort to suit your lifestyle. Pure Days comes with Maxi Protection, Ultra Absorbent Core with wings for extra protection. Pure Day Sanitary Pad are available in big and small packs, with and without wings. Pure Day's Sanitary Pad is distributed by Panamax PNG.
From humble beginnings 30 years ago, Daytech is now the largest communications technology solutions and services provider in PNG. We have intensified our solution and service offering with sound business practices and a strong affiliation with some of the largest technology providers in the world. Daytech does not only strive towards supplying goods with total customer satisfaction, but we innovate and provide value-added services. Daytech, innovative solutions, valued services.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching National EMTV News. Chinese ambassador to Papua New Guinea, His Excellency Yang Zhao-Wang, hosted a reception for the recipients of the Chinese government scholarship and the military scholarship for 2025 to 2026.
During the reception at the Chinese embassy in Port Moresby, Ambassador Yang Zhao-Wang congratulated the recipients of the Chinese embassy scholarship and the military scholarship. The ambassador thanked the Department of Higher Education, Department of Education, Department of Defense and other relevant agencies for their support to China-PNG relations and cooperation in all fields. Mr. Yang said China has provided government scholarships to PNG for over 40 years and military scholarships for 20 years. The Chinese side actively supports PNG science, technology, engineering and mathematics or STEM program. The ambassador said these programs have benefited nearly 1,000 PNG students, changing the lives of many youth. In addition to scholarships, China annually provides 100 short-term training and exchange programs to PNG government departments and various sectors in areas such as economic planning, agriculture and climate change response, providing strong support to PNG's comprehensive development. The ambassador concluded that University of Goroka, PNG University of Technology and the PNG University of Natural Resources and Environment have all collaborated with the Chinese universities, and such collaborations will continue going forward. Pakatambo, National EMTV News.
Moving to overseas news, Israel says it's in its early stages of its plan to take over Gaza City, just hours after Israel's defense minister approved the plans.
This was something of a formality given that the Netanyahu government had been promoting and had approved in principle the idea of a full takeover of Gaza City. But the fact that the country's defense minister has now signed off on those military plans shows Israel is steaming ahead in the face of growing international condemnation and caution from within the military's own ranks, concerned that this won't actually achieve one of the Netanyahu government's key stated goals, which is the return of the remaining Israeli hostages, 50 still held captive in Gaza, 20 believed to still be alive. Military concerns being that those 20 lives may be lost as a result of such a mission. But regardless, it has been approved, and it's expected between 50 and 60,000 reservists will be called up to take part in the mission. That could be a tricky achievement for the military, considering that many reservists are already refusing to return to the front line, worried that this war has dragged on for far too long and that the goals continue to slip. But while some of those call-up notices have been issued, the draft process isn't expected to start until next month. Perhaps a sign Israel is prepared to give negotiators some time to reach a ceasefire and hostage release deal, at least putting that out into the public domain and trying to show that even if negotiators are still struggling to reach some sort of deal behind the scenes. The takeover of Gaza City could begin within days using existing forces on the ground, and strikes are already happening on the edges of the city, with local medics saying children are among those who've been killed. Israel insists that Gaza City is one of the last strongholds for Hamas, arguing that that's a justification for this mission. But there are hundreds of thousands of Palestinians in Gaza City whose lives are at risk as a result of this operation. Many have been forced to move time and time again during this now 22-month-long war, displaced repeatedly and now being told to prepare to move south. Through other areas, Israel has already declared combat zones.
We will deepen the damage to Hamas in Gaza City, a stronghold of governmental and military terror of the terrorist organisation. We will deepen the damage to the terror infrastructure above and below the ground and sever the population's dependence on Hamas. We are not waiting.
More than 80% of Gaza is already either under IDF control or subject to evacuation and displacement orders, and that is a figure only likely to grow. So too, the death toll, with Palestinian health authorities saying more than 62,000 Palestinians have been killed throughout the course of this war. Fears that this operation will only send that figure soaring ever higher.
A new report by Human Rights Watch stated that mass killings committed by Rwanda's backed M23 armed groups was one of the worst killings in the country since late 2021.
I'm happy to walk you through the report. I think it's important to note that, yes, we've documented over 140 killed. Our report is actually coming on the heels of a UN report in which well over 300 were documented according to their methodologies killed. So we strongly think our numbers are really just scratching the surface. To get to the actual core findings, Rwanda has basically since 1996, since just a couple of years after the genocide, they've had proxy militias in the Congo. We're seeing the latest iteration of that with the M23. And this killing, these killings that occurred north of the eastern city of Goma in the Rutshuru province, really represent some of the worst killings we've documented by this group. They went in July and into early August on an offensive against another armed group, a group called the FDLR. But what they did was they conflated civilians. So we saw women, children, boys being summarily executed by M23 rebels and by, in some instances, Rwandan troops who were on the ground. We don't have documentation that the Rwandan troops were actually participating in the killings, but they were certainly on the ground. And this is de facto a Rwanda-backed militia. So this is really the onus of these crimes does fall on Rwanda. Look, M23 took control of Goma in the beginning of the year. This wasn't the first time they took control of Goma. They took it in 2012. I was in Goma when they took it. We had to shut down our offices and we had to evacuate staff. We are barred from working in Rwanda. And as you can imagine, the M23 is not going to be an organization that likes UN investigators, groups like Amnesty International, or groups like us at Human Rights Watch. But what we do have is we have well over 25 years of experience working in the region. We have a vast team that works on the ground in the eastern DRC. Some of our people have stayed in the east. We had to evacuate some staff to Kinshasa, but we also have a vast array of fixers and contacts who are able to get information for us. So we are very, very confident in the numbers that we came up to. They were triangulated. We have photographic evidence, video evidence, and we've also have satellite evidence that really does demonstrate that M23 did take an extraordinary step in the last few years, which was really to begin to summarily execute these civilians.
Russia has warned Western countries offering to guarantee Ukraine's post-war security that without Moscow's involvement, it's a road to nowhere.
The Kremlin's top diplomat has criticised European leaders who scrambled to Washington to meet with US President Donald Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky to discuss Kyiv's future protection. Many of Ukraine's allies have committed to NATO-style security guarantees for the country once a peace deal is secured. But the Russian Foreign Minister, Sergei Lavrov, says it's pointless without Moscow's participation.
We cannot agree with the fact that it is now proposed to resolve collective security issues without Russia. This will not work. We've already explained more than once that Russia does not exaggerate its interests, but we will ensure our legitimate interests firmly and harshly.
NATO military leaders have held a video call to discuss a plan for Ukraine after the United States pledged its support. However, the White House has ruled out putting US troops on the ground. The chair of the alliance's military committee has described it as a great candid discussion. Ukrainian officials are also working with several countries on how to proceed if Russia prolongs the war. The German government says it's time for the Russian president to demonstrate he's committed to peace.
The only one we see not taking these steps is Vladimir Putin, and that's why I think it's important. Based on what we've seen in the past few days, Putin must now deliver. Putin must show that he has a serious interest in a peace agreement. We are counting on making this process a success for Ukraine, a success for European security.
In other news, convicted terrorists are exploiting the anti-Gaza war movement to radicalize young Australians.
They include convicted Islamic State terrorist Yusuf Uwainat, who was caught on camera forcefully confronting a fellow protester on the Sydney Harbour Bridge earlier this month. Uwainat was released less than 2 years ago after being jailed for encouraging Australian teenagers to carry out terrorist attacks. He was also seen at the protest waving a black flag associated with Islamic State and Al-Qaeda. Uwainat attended the protest with notorious Sydney preacher Wissam Haddad, recently identified by Four Corners as a spiritual leader of Australia's pro-Islamic State network. Mr Haddad was last month found to have breached the Racial Discrimination Act in a series of anti-Semitic lectures.
The Trump administration is imposing sanctions on 4 more international criminal court officials, accusing them of being a threat to Americans and Israelis.
Washington is sanctioning a Canadian judge for authorising an investigation into US personnel in Afghanistan. Another judge is being sanctioned for authorising war crime-related arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his former Defence Minister. The US and Israel have not recognised the jurisdiction of the ICC, and the White House is determined it won't infringe on what it sees as its national sovereignty. The United Nations says it's very concerned about the development.
The decision imposes severe impediments on the functioning of the Office of the Prosecutor and respect for all the situations that are currently before the court. Judicial independence is a basic principle that must be respected. And these types of measures undermine the foundation of international justice.
National EMTV News returns with Truka Sports. Details after the break.
They're gold nuggets. There's a flavor for everyone. The best tasting snack. Get a burst of gold nuggets. Cheese flavor.
Mega wow.
Chicken flavor.
Mega wow.
Cheese onion flavor.
Mega wow.
Barbecue flavor. Mega wow.
When you're on the go, one more. One more.
Get that burst of gold nuggets flavor.
Mega wow.
Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Your stay, your house, your home.
EasyPay with telephone. Simply top up and receive EasyPay from your phone. Get how to buy. Dial *775#, enter the meter number, enter the amount, press 1 to confirm, and receive SMS with voucher and transaction reference number. Great value and PNG owned sure feels good. Drop in to your nearest telecom store or kiosk to top up and buy EasyPay. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck. like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Join us weekly on MTV News, A Closer Look, the current affairs program that brings you insight for the latest on education, health,
Healing to all the residents.
business,
Here launched its VPN.
politics,
to infiltrate into our systems.
sports, and more.
As we observe the preparations for the women's.
A Closer Look, Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
MTV proudly wishes Papua New Guinea a happy 50th anniversary. Tukai Sports.
Welcome to Truka Sports. Papua New Guinea stunned Tahiti with a big comeback win at the OFC Under-16 Men's Championships in Honiara.
And Tahiti lost defeat.
It was a brilliant day for Papua New Guinea at the OFC Under-16 Men's Championship in Honiara. They came from behind to beat Tahiti 6-1 in their second Group A match. Tahiti scored first in the 10th minute with a strong shoot from Teatau Vaukulin. PNG didn't panic, they pressed high and dominated the rest of the half. Just before halftime, a cross from Jaru Aaron was tuned in by Tahiti defender for PNG's equalizer. In the second half, PNG came out flying. Peter Yagum scored to make it 2-1. Then Captain Leighton Enoch made it 3-1, reacting fast to rebound. Striker Boas Tommy took over from there. He scored 3 second-half goals, including a penalty, and was named player of the match. His hat-trick sealed a 6-1 win and boosted PNG's semi-final hopes. They now have 4 points from 2 games and will face Fiji next. Tahiti, with no wins, will finish their group stage against the Cook Islands. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
The PNG Barramundis are finding support far from home, with fans rallying behind them ahead of the Jersey tour.
The PNG Barramundis have wrapped up a successful 3-match trial series in Guernsey, using the games to fine-tune their form ahead of the upcoming Jersey tour. The team recorded strong performances across all fixtures, gaining confidence and rhythm as they prepare for the next international challenge. But it wasn't just about cricket. The Barramundis received a heartfelt boost from a Kaiola family, Papua New Guineans living in Guernsey, who turned out in full voice over the 3 days. Flying the national colours and cheering proudly from the sidelines, Mr. Vele Kaiulo, his wife Elizabeth and son Gena Iliwa brought a taste of home to the squad. In a gesture of thanks, Barramundis batsman Kipling Doriga presented the family with an official training shirt on Monday, the squad's final day in Guernsey. The show of support meant a great deal. The boys got excited when they saw PNG colours. It means a lot to have fans abroad, he said. The team now shifts focus to Jersey, where they will compete in a series of international fixtures, hoping to build on their strong Guernsey preparations. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
A cricket update from West New Britain sees efforts continue to grow the sport across schools and local communities.
Nathan Henry, the regional manager for cricket development, gave an update on the program in West New Britain province. The focus is on Quarter 3, where volunteers are working in central areas to promote cricket. These areas usually play soccer, AFL, rugby, volleyball and other common sporting codes. But now cricket is getting attention in the West New Britain province. One big area of focus is the central Nakanai LLG. Schools like Silanga Primary, Wasino Primary and 2 other primary schools will take part in one-day competition. This will help teach skills and grow the game. Mr. Henry thanked Cricket PNG, the board, and Roslyn Erehe for their support. He also thanked the West New Britain Education Department and the volunteers, Alois Nani, Marshall Carlos and Harry Paris. However, there are some challenges. Mr. Henry is the only officer in the province. It is hard to reach all schools due to long distances and tough travel. Some schools are far from the roads and require walking long treks. This they visited schools in Quarter 1 and 2 and plan to visit more in Quarter 3. Mr. Henry stays committed to growing cricket in the province. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
The National Capital District Hockey Tournament continues following weekend at Sir John Guy's Hockey Pavilion with a full schedule of matches.
In the women's division, Pool C will see Elites 1 face off against Seniors 2. In the same pool, Seniors 2 will also take on Masters 3 while Seniors 3 play against Masters 1. In Pool D of women's division, Masters will go up against Elites 2. In the men's division, Pool A features 2 matches. Seniors 3 will challenge Masters 1 and Masters 1 will also play against Seniors 1. In Pool B, Elites 1 will also take on Seniors 2, while Juniors will meet Masters in another key game. Pool C men's division will have a tough battle as Elites 3 take on Elites 1. All matches have been rescheduled to Saturday 30th and 31st August 2025, which is following weekend, promising strong competition and community support as teams look to advance in the tournament. The NCD Hockey Tournament continues to grow interest and participation, giving players a chance to showcase their talent on one of the sport's local stages. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
We'll be back with more of Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Share the love with Gala Ice Cream. Gala Cone Ice Creams, Gala Stick Ice Creams, and Gala Classic Tub Ice Creams. Happiness begins with the Gala range of fun flavors which create taste adventures and excitement with every bite. Treat yourself. Share with a friend while chilling. The whole family will enjoy. Everyone has their favorite. Which one is yours? Share the love with Gala Ice Creams. Gala Gala Yum.
From humble beginnings 30 years ago, Daytech is now the largest communications technology solutions and services provider in PNG. We have intensified our solution and service offering with sound business practices and a strong affiliation with some of the largest technology providers in the world. Daytech does not only strive towards supplying goods with total customer satisfaction, but we innovate and provide value-added services. Daytech, innovative solutions, valued services.
Periods should never stop a girl or woman from her daily pursuits. Pure Day Sanitary Pad is designed to ensure total protection and comfort to suit your lifestyle. Pure Days comes with Maxi Protection, Ultra Absorbent Core with wings for extra protection. Pure Days Sanitary Pad are available in big and small packs, with and without wings. Pure Days Sanitary Pad is distributed by Panamax PNG.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Hello everyone, wherever you are in Papua New Guinea. Join me from the 23rd of August this year to September the 16th, where I will bring you all the events and activities marking our 50th independence anniversary celebrations. So stay at home, the comfort of your home. There'll be at least 7 major events on TV1, as NBC TV and EMTV, where I will be bringing all of that to you.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching True Guy Sports. Moving to overseas sports, and in the AFL, the Crows are arguing against a lengthy ban over a homophobic slur that was used during the Crows' win over the Collingwood at the weekend.
Now, the AFL has given the club more time to officially respond, and it's important to note that they have not officially responded, or at least if they have this morning, we haven't heard about it yet because we should see confirmation of that ban when they do. So the AFL have tabled a 5-week ban, which would end his season, and it's consistent with other bans for this offence. But the Crows, who are on top of the ladder, they're lobbying for a shorter ban, which would allow Rankin to take to the field late in September.
A boxer has completed a stunning win after 12 months out of injury.
Yes, so Nikita Zhu has come back after a year out of the ring, as you say, and secured a first-round win due to a technical knockout. So the unbeaten 27-year-old underwent hand surgery back in October, dropped Lulzim Ismaili twice in the first round in Sydney last night, and Ismaili, who is based in Germany, threw in the towel before the second round had begun. The win sets up a potential all-Aussie blockbuster with Michael Sarafa. So what a win for him, what a spectacle last night.
True Guy Sports ends on the note. The Morning Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
True Guy Sports. True Guy Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
From the mountains to the seas to global markets, the National Fisheries Authority proudly celebrates 50 years of growth. We're advancing tuna domestication, aquaculture, coastal fisheries, and sustainable fisheries management. Through stakeholder consultations, policy reforms, and stronger surveillance, we're protecting PNG's marine wealth and shaping a sustainable future. National Fisheries Authority, sustaining our future, empowering our nation.
Does your yard look like this? Do you have a waste oil problem? With Dunlop Carbon Recycling, we have just the solution for you. Millions of liters of waste oil can now be recycled here in PNG. We are certified to receive your waste oil or other oily substance and have them recycled. So let us handle your waste oil problem and have your yard looking like this.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, like I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hot Talk Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
More than the life we've known, there is more to what the future holds. You be holy, man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. For the southern region, Port Moresby City, partly cloudy. Darrow, cloudy periods with showers and possible thunderstorms. Kerema, partly cloudy with possible few showers. Alotau, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Popondetta, cloudy periods with periods of rain and possible thunderstorms. To the Momasa region, Lake City, cloudy periods with showers and possible thunderstorms. Medang, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Wewak, cloudy periods with occasional rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Vanimo, cloudy periods with occasional rain showers and possible thunderstorms. To the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, cloudy with occasional rain showers and thunderstorm. KVN, cloudy periods with occasional rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Kokopon Rabaul, cloudy periods with rain showers and thunderstorm. Kimbe, cloudy periods with rain showers and thunderstorm. Buka, cloudy periods with rain showers and thunderstorm. To the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, cloudy periods with rain showers and thunderstorms. Goroka, Banzin Kundiawa, cloudy periods with rain showers and thunderstorms. Menditari and Wapek, cloudy periods with rain showers and thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
Well, that was the news, sports and weather for Thursday, the 21st of August, 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Bye for now.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.